Boy, we dirty 30 Tony Khan career, didn't we? Last episode. This episode, it's time to give him some flowers. It's a Tony Khan redemption episode on OE Wrestling Show. Shout out to all of y'all, the viewers, the supporters, the followers, the subscribers. We love y'all. We thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Sit back and relax. It's OE Wrestling.
Swirling mass.
Yeah.
Black and white.
Mic's up. Turn our mother loving mics up.
Slim, what's up, Dre? How you doing?
Up in my head. Gotta get the dough, babies need nourishment.
Yeah, unmute your mic.
Yes, Hunger Games up in my head. Gotta get the dough, babies need
You gotta go in bed.
the facts.
Virgil. All right.
Nah, you ain't doing me like that. You ain't doing me.
For my black queen, Sasha.
And Goldust. All right.
Yo, you are foul, bro. You are.
Jeff Hardy at number 5.
Number 5.
Goldust. All right, Goldust. All right, Ty. All right. Eddie Guerrero going to wrestling God. Yeah, just gonna have to be mad. That's just gonna have to be mad. That's just how it works. No, you whoa.
To keep the job, I ain't giving donkeys today. That's the seed of God plotting on my.
Whatever. I'm giving you a horn swallow. You get a goddamn spirit squad. You nasty, filthy top 5.
Peers who, as it appears, ain't on my tier. Being hated by cats who ain't make it, that ain't my fault.
My favorite what?
What is your favorite finish move?
Favorite?
It doesn't matter what your favorite finish move. Oh no. Oh, this
Oh, God damn it. It's your photo 40%. Yo, Montez, I think you gonna be over
yeah, I was about to say this. Hold on, yo. You lucky I don't got you lucky WWE got copyright, love. Boy, I will play the street cross.
I'm excited. It should be fun. I'm gonna beat her ass, but
Alright, talk your talk.
I'm more interested in it now than I was before. To be honest with you, I mean, I was interested in it because it's money in the bank.
You know, hated by cats who ain't like it, that ain't my fear.
You gotta have some good and bad in there to me. And even when it don't make sense, so that's why I feel like.
I mean, because really that was their, other than like the AJs and stuff like that was really his, you know what I'm saying? That was like the most credible.
Hey, it goes right over my face too perfectly. That is funny.
I tried. I swear. Yo, listen. I tried. Stop. Let it happen. I'm gonna need you to relax.
wow, dog. It's like you knew where I was gonna be on the screen.
Relax.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Oh, look at him. Get it right. Get it together. Get them on podcast. Tony Khan redemption. We dirty that man last week. What a week of AEW it was. I was very impressed. And he wasn't talking a lot.
Yo, I think Tony watches our podcast, bro. Because it was a complete 360 from our last episode, bro.
Yes, it was, sir.
And it was tough love, Tony. But I think you got the message loud and clear, bro. Because you completely redeemed yourself this following week, bro. You pulled out all the stops. You brought out the nature boy for crying out loud. You know, can you imagine backstage Tony Khan and Ric Flair? Can you hit the cue? Can you hit the cue, please?
Grab a collar.
That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. I need the referee.
The referee.
You know what's going on backstage? You got Ric Flair and Tony Khan in the same place.
Halcyons, GHB, Placidil. No, the Placidils I think were in the early 90s. But I know there was some GHB.
Ric Flair said, I can get all of that. Tony, I can get you all of that.
Hello. You heard what I'm about. Don't do that.
I can get you them drugs from the 90s, Tony. Holla at your boy. The Nature Boy.
Yo, tell him what I got.
Halcyons, GHB, Placidil. No, the Placidils I think were in the early 90s. But I know there was.
Guys, relax.
Tony said last week, he said, man, yo, NXT, you can't have Cena and Undertaker every week. And then the following week brings out RVD to Pantera, Ric Flair, Sting, Adam Copeland, Chris Jericho, and Christian all in one show. Like, I tip my hat, Tony.
You don't get to go home happy.
Two can play that game. I hear you, Tony.
And you kept your mouth shut.
Tony, the billionaire Big Avell. He said, I'm the Big Avell billionaire over here, but
Juice, please.
Big money. Richie Rich. Like I said, man, I'm about to,
It was a great week of AEW. Oh my God. Before we get into the breakdown of AEW, y'all heard the GOAT.
Tony said, I'm the crown jewel booker.
Somebody needs to be fired. Not realistically. I know it's not your fault. But no, you heard the GOAT. The best wrestler today. The best ever in-ring wrestler today. Currently. Today. Bryan Danielson is hurt. That is ridiculous. What are y'all doing? Protect this man at all times.
Okada don't speak English. So what happened was you flew out Okada and Bryan Danielson was taking liberties in that matchup. He was chopping the shit out of old boy. And then I seen Okada, like after like 4 hard chops back to back, he just looked at that dude and just cracked him with that elbow straight to the side of his cranium, dog. Laid his ass out, bruh. Had him shaking on the fucking ground on the side. He was out after that. He was done. And then all hell broke loose. And you're like, yo, this is a wild finish to the thing. And the funny thing was, I don't know if it was an angle or not. The thing that made me think it was an angle was Okada was like, what, motherfucker? Like, while he was laying there in pain, everybody was checking out him. Okada was still salty about those Walter chops. He was like, what? Yo, but you know, he don't speak English, so it's just like in Japanese, like, what, motherfucker?
Yo, you gotta relax.
Subtitles. They have to put the subtitles at the bottom of the screen so you can understand what he's saying. He's cussing him out in subtitles after he can cuss this dude. Like,
You don't get to go home happy.
hey, but the match was lit though, because Claudio was wilding after that. Claudio's like, all right, fuck it. I'm about to strong style everybody. Like, you think you strong style? I'm about to show you strong style, bruh. He went bully mode after that. Like, oh, y'all went off script. I guess I gotta handle you and your partner. He literally beat up both of them after that and won the match. I was like, is that how that was supposed to go down? Like, like Claudio, I thought, hey, he was the person going into the matchup you thought was the pin guy. And then you're like, oh, hold up. Oh boy really smacked him in the head. And then he just went berserk on everybody. I love that shit. That was a great match because of that. I was like, oh yeah, these niggas they just started shooting. Everybody just started shooting like, oh, we ain't pretending no more. Bet. here's the finish now. Here's the finish now. I'm about to beat both you niggas. So since you Usually I let y'all niggas pin me, but since y'all want to go off script, now I'm about to just beat everybody up. Fuck it.
You hear me?
Y'all ain't tough guys no more, nigga. I'm about to fuck everybody up because y'all want to go off script and fuck up my partner, dog. Fuck it. Everybody getting hands. He just went berserk. Yo, that match was hilarious. I was like, yo, what the hell's going on right now? And then I knew something was up because of how everybody came out. There are people coming out who had nothing to do with the storyline and shit. I'm like, what is that dude doing out here? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, whole time, oh boy, laying there in the corner too, just like
relax.
Getting the medical attention, and the nigga who got this nigga shaking in a seizure, like what, motherfucker? In Japanese with the subtitle. Damn, that's why they need a Japanese commentary team, bruh. Somebody who could translate. What was Okada saying? Like,
real quick, not to be everywhere. Comment. Oh, it's the AEW. Comment. Yo, I want to say this. I'm not even going deep dive in this, but I want to say this. Collision to me has the best commentary team right now in professional wrestling going. Yo, that is amazing. Guinness,
yeah.
Yo, bro, that 3-man team is amazing. Like, I really mean that. Like, I think that's so underrated. That's crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm watching Collision. I'm marked out for the 3-man team before anything. I was like, yo, wait.
Speaking of underrated, since you brought up underrated, bruh, we already know right now. We've been saying Christian and Swerve Scott the two best heels, but low key the third best heel in AEW right now is Roderick Strong, bruh. Roderick Strong is cooking as a heel, and he ain't even really wrestling. His character, Adam, that shit, bruh, with the wheelchair, the neck brace, bruh. You ain't gonna pick us?
I'm not putting him. Oh, I like this.
A motherfucker in a wheelchair and a neck brace asking, yo, why ain't you picking me to be your partner? Like, motherfucker, you are like disabled and got a neck brace, bro. Your legs don't work and your neck don't work. And you over here talking about pick me.
Great AEW. Put them in order. Top 5 hills. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm putting somebody above Roderick Strong.
Right now, I gotta put Christian 1. Christian 1.
We wrestling. We're gonna come to agreement. Number 2, Swerve. I think
Swerve. Swerve is number 2 right now.
Roderick Strong. But number 3, my name is Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe right there too. Yeah.
Well, that's an argument because I am the fan of Adam.
I'm liking the entertainment aspect, but Samoa Joe just as like from like a
because I feel like
a presence, you know what I'm saying? As a presence, like he's a more legitimate bad guy. So yeah, I'm on the fence 50-50 on that one.
Okay,
I guess I could go Joe. I could pit Joe. He's more active too, like in ring.
That's funny. I'm 50-50 with that because I do like Roderick Strong. Adam, I like that type of.
I'll give Joe 3.
Okay, and then who's 5th though? That's what I want to ask because I don't have a 5th. Is there another hill up? That's
I think like a Don Callis family, like just as a whole, I guess.
Don Callis, period.
Don Callis, right? Don Callis.
Don Callis is a good name. Right.
Yep.
That was a good quick combo. All right, Don Callis.
But yeah,
that 5th spot.
Roderick Strong, man, he gold on that thing. So like, let's get into like Dynamite. Yo, this whole week was wild with the booking. It's like Tony, like I said, with Ric Flair coming in this week too. You already know with this booking too, it all makes sense now. Tony went Tony Montana and then proceeded to go crazy with the booking, bruh. We start off. This was a great. Hey, one thing that definitely has changed too since Edge got there, Adam Copeland. The storylines have definitely picked up. There's definitely been more.
Like he's been getting involved backstage, right?
Yeah, I feel like even with that, like silently, like he's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not a person. He's not. He always says like, I'm really here. I'm one of those dudes. I want to wrestle with the performance, even behind in that. So it's not
more
like
structure.
Scenes. It's not like, oh, you just being a character. No, like literally, he's doing that old school wrestling. I'm being my character times 10.
Everybody got like a purpose now. Like every matchup ain't just like just a random. The match might be put together randomly, but then they're getting story implemented more so, you know, like that actually like flows and has continuity.
I'll talk about speaking more of this at the end of this AEW week. It's talking about how I love how everybody is. You're showing how important your world title is, because literally you're making us guess. Like, oh, this person is going after this person is going after this. Like, I love that little tease of what y'all doing. I want to give you flowers for that. I think that is fire. That
There's one criticism.
People.
I do agree with that, because that was like one of the things, like they're building up all these rivalries now, and everybody kind of got like a story, so everybody kind of got like more of a purpose, like direction. The one thing I don't like about it is how they're dragging out him getting back his title and the execution of that. That's the one aspect of the storyline I hate, because MJF getting his title back from Jay White, because it makes him look like he's getting bullied.
I mean,
for like continuous weeks, bro. I understand this dude got a faction. I think he could have just stole it or whatever. Shit, Tony Khan could have been like, "Yo, man,
credit, they tried to." And no,
I'm not liking it. I'm not liking the whole. I'm not liking, oh, he tried it. You know, I'm not feeling it.
I agree with you not feeling, but I like I said, at least I can answer what you're saying before. It was like, it's no.
I've seen him try to run and steal it and all that, but I just don't know. It feel like he getting bullied. Like,
what are you supposed to do against 5 other men? He's
5. You counting cardboard? You have to. He's the most dangerous member. He is the most cardboard. Is the most over.
Take away that 5th man. MJF can defeat 4 men. I'm supposed to believe that. Let's just bury all 4 of those men. MJF. I want MJF to be not. He's not terrified, but it's like, bro, I'm smart though. Like, bro, I'm not gonna be 4 men. Like, I love that. Don't make that man go in there Hulk Hogan. No, I would hate that. I am telling you right now, that will piss me off, because low key that takes away that takes away Bullet Club gold hype. Like, y'all not that dangerous. This man just beat y'all by himself. Who are y'all? What do y'all
mean?
You
ain't gotta beat them, but just get your belt back somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
On next week Dynamite. That's how you build up for the hype for the Dynamite. You want it to
especially with the Acclaim. I get it, but I haven't liked the Acclaim's part. I liked everybody else's involvement and their execution in it. Especially Roderick Strong in the Kingdom, but I've hated everything with the Acclaim on it.
All right, good way to stop the debate. Moving on. You just killed the debate right there, because no, I don't. I know why the Acclaim is here, but I don't like the Acclaim.
I don't like it. I ain't like anything about any of that going on.
Here, put the Lucha Bros. Something like, come on.
We get MJF versus your boy Juice Robinson for Dynamite.
Yeah, that's gonna.
It's a dynamite ring. That's how we start off the show. We get Juice Robinson versus MJF for the Dynamite Diamond Ring, and that was a good matchup.
Belt back. Give me the belt back.
That's what I'm saying. But they had a good match. MJF got the ring.
The only thing I will say why I'm not getting too mad at this, because I like that they're not stretching this out too long. Like, it's going to end this coming a week. I'm fine with that. You try something. I see why he can't get him. It's going to end. If it would have lasted like 2 more weeks or a slow build up for a pay-per-view, that would be crazy. That would make MJF not only like right now, I'm with him. Like, you're being smart. I'm not going to beat them 1-on-4. But if it keeps going, then I'm going to feel like you. All right.
I'm a little curious who he's going to pick. I don't think he's going to pick the Acclaim.
I think Tony's in his bag.
I think he's going to do Samoa Joe with the 2 Kingdom members or something.
Now I'm pulling out all the stunts. We're probably going to see a new superstar on MJF.
I don't think that. Nah, I think it's going to be the 2 Kingdom members and Samoa Joe.
Watch this. There's going to be a new star out of nowhere. It's not.
That would be crazy. That would definitely be crazy. I don't think
it's going to be Samoa Joe.
I think it's going to be the 2 Kingdom members that aren't injured and Samoa Joe.
Oh, I don't see Samoa Joe joining them.
Because at the end of that matchup, once he beat Juice Robinson, the Gun Boys jumped in and they started jumping him 3-on-1. And then Roderick Strong and the Kingdom came out, and he ordered the two Matt Taven and Mike Benedict. He ordered them in the ring to help fight off the Guns. So it was 3-on-3, and then Jay White came in, started to help them so that they got the advantage again. And then I think at that point, somebody else came out, if I'm not mistaken.
For me, I would say just the Kingdom, not Joe, because stretch out the little tease of the Adam Cole story. Now MJF working with the Kingdom, like stretch that out. Like, nah, I don't.
Oh no, not then the Acclaim came out. That's right. So after Jay White, then the Acclaim came out, then they ran out. So both teams are
both trying to write around this is hilarious.
They're trying to, and that was the funny thing when the Kingdom came out and helped. It was shocking. It got a good reaction and everything. If they would have just did that, the Kingdom and the Bullet Club Gold, especially with the whole jumping of Jay White, that would have been perfect. But once the Acclaim came out, I'm like, bruh, get off my screen. You don't fit here. I don't care you went to the same training school or whatever. Like, no.
I agree, bro. It's supposed to be the Kingdom. That's how you building up working with the MJF and Jay White, but then you're also throwing in teases and more questions of Adam Cole's out injured. This is how you still carry that story on by adding the Kingdom in.
This was a super long ass opening segment, bro. It took up really like a quarter of the show. After the Acclaim ran everybody off, MJF rejects them, goes up to the top. Omega, they have the face off. And the cool thing about it, this is probably the first time that I could recall MJF was on every single show this week. He was on Rampage, Dynamite, and Collision. He's becoming like the company workhorse at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out to AEW, because you doing stuff like this, believe it or not, is making now you're doing what your objective was. Now you feel like alternative brand, because it's not a complaint for me because I know why he's doing it, but some people saying, "Oh, where's our champion on this show?" And your champion's over there. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at both. I'm somebody that's okay with what WWE is doing with their world title, but to see what you doing with your world title as well, I'm just saying as a wrestling fan, that's dope. Thank you. That's different feeling completely.
Also taking in mind that not only did MJF do all three of these shows this past week, but we know he's already scheduled for Dynamite for the 4-man the following week. And he also in this segment got called out by both the Guns for Full Gear to defend the Ring of Honor titles in a handicap match against them for the Ring of Honor titles as well. So he's doing double duty at a second pay-per-view back-to-back. MJF's doing like he's really
if you thinking about going to WWE, I'm gonna work you, boy. I'm gonna get all the content I need.
He's getting worked right now.
WWE gonna have to pay me for some of these clips they want to use for your big moment.
So after we got the tease with the Acclaim, we got a story with MJF and the Acclaim. We got a story with MJF and the Kingdom. Story with MJF and Samoa Joe. MJF and Bullet Club Gold. And then MJF and Kenny Omega all this week. And then you get a Wardlow package. You got 6 people all going at MJF all at the same time. That's dope.
And I'm telling you, that's fire. That's a different I'm just gonna say this. WWE wise, I love it. The big title, the way they present it to their fans, win it, get more money, you get more back. So for me, with WWE mindset, I always feel like the champion shouldn't be there all the time. Cause literally y'all busting y'all ass to get where I'm at. I literally worked to get this so I don't have to work every night. Like, that's the point of reason why I got this. The bigger bag, and I don't have to bust my ass every night like y'all do. The people that's trying to work for this. But in AEW, just how the world titles over there, that's how y'all presenting your titles. So I'm separating the fan. This is my AEW fan. You looking at it. Y'all made it seem like a fighting champion. That's how y'all present it. Some fighting champion. And low-key, I give him credit. MJF run is showing me that. It's legit showing me that. You're defending 2 titles on the same night again. That's impressive. And I'm not mad about it. That's another thing. I'm not mad about it one bit. It makes sense as well. Good, yo, salute to you, Tony. We talk our junk when we need to, but we give you your flowers when you're doing good. Fire work, man. Fire booking with your world champion. I want to say that. Don't outwork him though. Don't overwork him though. We'll say that.
He definitely being outworked at the moment, man. But somebody got to carry the workload right now. He's the biggest star, man. Also on Dynamite, we had Hook and RVD, my guy.
Oh, that's why you interrupted me, so you can talk about RVD.
We have the whole effing show, bro. The real legend, the real legend, the GOAT, still doing it. Still doing it all these years later, bro. He ain't up out there doing, active. Him and Hook, you know what I'm saying? Yo, man, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna be respectful because I got love. I got love. I almost said something wild out of pocket.
Hey, relax.
Salute to the. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna let people speculate.
Don't do that.
I think you know where I was going with that. But yo, I rock with that person, so I'm not gonna. All right, Tony Schiavone calls out Sting and Darby Allin to the ring. Tony Khan, this is one of those things I was a little. Wasn't really. I think it could have been better, because what basically happened was we got hyped for a whole week. Tony Khan has a prize. Or a surprise, a gift, not a surprise. He has a gift for Sting that is like something that's never been seen in wrestling before. So I'm thinking something crazy, like he's going to give him either a statue or he's going to give him the first ever Hall of Fame for AEW spot.
That would have been fire. That been fire.
Or like a mansion or like a custom Sting Batmobile type shit. Since he's into like the whole Joker shit, I didn't know. I thought he was gonna do some real, because this dude is billionaire. Like, so I was like, I thought he was gonna give him a house or some shit. You see The Rock give people houses all the time. So I was like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna give him a house? Is he gonna give him like a fucking like a
you're fired for that.
A luxury car or some shit? Like what is he about to do? And then instead he just bring out Ric Flair, right? And like I'm not gonna say like it ain't nothing. Ric Flair first time on AEW and shit. But what happens next? You bring out Ric Flair. They hug for a second. Ric Flair says, "I just want to be here with you for the end of your career." And then Christian comes out immediately and bodies Ric Flair. Like, bro, it's like he signed up. He signed up to get humiliated, dog. Like, cause Christian was bodying him.
I was real. Yo, Ric Flair would have been dead 20 years ago.
You one super kick away from your Peacemaker falling out. Like, yo, he was smoking Ric Flair's boots, bro. Like, he was talking so. He had no respect for Ric Flair, bro. He like, I know he ain't dead. He like, I know y'all used to be killing the dead, talking about the dead people, but like, hold on. I mean, he right there. He was talking so greasy to Ric Flair. I was like, damn, bro, this is not how you talk to your legends, dog. Respect the legends, my nigga. Like, there was no respect, bro. Rick had no rebuttals. Rick normally got rebuttals. Rick just had to eat that L, bro. Yeah.
Ryan was going to get you out of this.
Rick was like, I wasn't expecting this shit. I didn't know y'all was going to have this nigga come out here and rip on me like this. I would have wrote something. Damn.
I thought this was PG.
Came out my jugular, dog. Like, we go from that to Renee Moxley with Chris Jericho.
Renee Moxley.
That's what I'm gonna call you. You married Renee. That's what I'm gonna call you, Renee Moxley. And Jericho basically teasing Captain Insano, the Big Show, pretty much.
boy.
You know, I'm about to get my big brother.
Oh boy.
Powerhouse Hobbs, you beat me up. Now I'm about to go get my big brother on you.
Not Mr. Hill and Face at the same damn time.
Hey, Renee needs some help. We need a second backstage like interview or something. She was all over the show, bruh. It was like her a segment, something else happened, her the next segment. You know, I'm like, damn. And you know what?
It was Tony, but boy, Tony killing on the announcement table.
I'm bugging. It was this episode, so I do get to give him his flowers. It's just the segment it was tied to is forgettable because everybody else be having crazy story development. And to be fair, this does have crazy story development. One of the best story developments. It's just that only two people are the star of it. The other people aren't really factored in, that being the Young Bucks. And that was the Young Bucks and Adam Page took on the Hardy Boys and Brother Zay on Dynamite. The match is somewhat forgettable, but after the match is not, because we get Swerve going to Adam Page's house this episode. Prince Nana was hilarious, dog. Whose house? Yo, Swerve is really going for Christian's number one heel spot, bruh.
Both of them are
like,
and they're bro. Like, we gotta talk about it.
This
bro.
is the second house Swerve is burglarized.
Manager work, bro. They are fire. Like, they work, bruh. Like, they are money together.
Swerve making house visits, dog. This is the second.
Whose house? It's mine. D-Block. I don't care who paid the bills here. It's mine. It's me.
Hey, if you have a rivalry with Swerve, bruh, you better,
He pulling up.
He pulling up to your house, bruh. You better have a big family.
Y'all lucky I don't got this mask. Y'all lucky I don't got the Pooska. Yo, Swerve, let's talk about it.
He pulling up on babies. Swerve, I don't know, bro. He got an argument for number one heel. Because I mean, Christian disrespecting the dead.
You might have to
Swerve pulling up on babies.
You might have to revisit that. That's a good comment.
Swerve pulling up on babies. Baby in the crib. Goo goo gaga.
Grab a collar.
Swerve told that baby, hey, you got me gas. What you think this pump for?
Grab a collar.
Hey, if you would have had a Adam Page, if you would have put the what's my boy from NXT, if you would have put the Carmelo Hayes that had Adam Page on the shirt, because he already put him on his shirt at the last pay-per-view. If he would have put him on the shirt and put that shirt on the baby, that would have just been like that would have been the chef kiss right there, dog. Like,
from Melo can have put him on the jersey. I got who house I pulled up to. That is crazy.
I'm at your house.
I'm at your
Samoa
house.
Joe, like I did it. People keep taking Samoa Joe shit, bruh, and making whole gimmicks off of it. Because Strowman took the catch these hands from Samoa Joe. Joe said that like a few weeks in a row. And the next thing you know, this motherfucker's made a whole career off of it.
That's a fact.
And now
Grab a collar.
I don't think Swerve was as blatant with it. You know what I'm saying?
No, we can't.
But it definitely fits his whole whose house and everything too, bro. That shit is fire.
Yeah, it's my gimmick. I'm literally pulling up. Yo, this is so much money. Like, make him a new shirt.
This was one of the best episodes of Dynamite, bruh. From Ric Flair getting bodied, RVD, bruh, Swerve's house, throwing the shirt on the baby. Damn, where the mom at, bruh? You let him go up there to the baby and violate the baby? You let the baby get violated?
The baby
bad parenting, bruh.
Yeah.
Daddy in a different state. Mama don't just leave the baby in a different room.
Let's
Doors unlocked.
how a hill can
Doors unlocked.
Like you worried about that, and I was there to take care of kid. Where was
Prince
you?
Nana in the fridge.
Right, Prince Nana made the baby a meal.
Swerve music playing in the background with Prince Nana dancing. You ain't hear none of that. You ain't hear him talking to your baby. You ain't hear none of that. Can't even hear the baby screaming, got the shirt over the baby face and shit. Like, dog, hey man, you gotta do something. Violate it.
I'm about to call DCF.
Yo, great booking, Tony. That was good.
Fire.
That was great. Yo, Tony, if you only gonna have another criticism, Tony. We need more woman matchups, Tony. I am tired of one woman matchup on each show. It's like that's like the law.
Sorry about to say.
It don't matter if it's a pay-per-view. It don't matter. It don't matter if it's Dynamite, Collision, Rampage. One women match limit. We need more women on the card, Tony.
Don't bring that up. That gotta be a say. How do you say that?
The women can't get better if they don't get opportunity, bruh. You can't get better at your job if you're not getting a chance to do your job. Y'all don't do house shows, so you got put them on Rampage. 2 women matchups on Rampage at least. No one watch. That's your least watched show. Let that be your NXT show. Treat that like that's NXT and use that to develop your female, because you're already gonna take a hit on the ratings anyway on Rampage. So shit, stop booking your Dynamite matchups on Rampage because no one's gonna tune in anyway. You had Santana and Ortiz, which had one of the best buildups. Honestly, like the second best buildup or third on a Rampage. They didn't even get entrance music or the main event. And
grab a collar.
And bro, that matchup was fire, by the way, bro. And it still got story left to it. Did a lot for Ortiz, you know what I'm saying, to build Ortiz's character. You know what I'm saying? I never felt more for Ortiz, rocking with Ortiz more. I never really was a fan of Ortiz. I always rocked with Santana more. And I'm still more of a Santana guy. But this one was like, all right, this makes me actually invest in an Ortiz feud. You know what I'm saying?
I was more fan of Ortiz.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It ain't like I didn't like him, but it was just like I feel like I was more of a Santana fan than an Ortiz fan. You know what I'm saying?
Ridiculous.
Ortiz definitely was the more animated of the two, for sure. You know.
Wow.
As soon as that matchup was over with Swerve, and we get another Renee backstage segment, this time with Adam Copeland. And, you know, Edge is basically building his own storyline without doing anything. Everything's been backstage since he's arrived, pretty much for his storylines for the most part. Darby and Sting basically confirm, like, dog, you being like soft. You need to like snap out of it for being, you know, you're getting played right now. And my one criticism of this whole thing is Edge debuted halting Christian. He basically ran down and attacked Christian's whole squad. And then the next week's like, I'll never fight you. Like, nigga, you pulled up with the smoke, my nigga. You pulled up with some black Air Forces in the middle of my match. You ran me and my whole squad off and shit. And then was shaking hands with the people I just had beef with. Now you talking about, I don't want to fight you. Like, bruh, you started a fight with me. What are you talking about? You over here chilling with the ops. What you talking about? You don't want to fight me now. And what makes it even worse.
Hold on, you say
now Christian talking about your wife. Yeah, I don't know, man. Now, yeah, we really gotta go back to the debate because all right, Christian he disrespecting the elderly, he's disrespecting the dead, he disrespecting children. It's a double.
Christian wins is because I want to say they're both on the same in their own way. It's just that Christian gave out more smoke.
He popping out dead wood. He's hollering at the widows.
Like
Look,
Swerve was only able to attack the people that was in front of him. If Swerve was giving out smoke,
yeah, Swerve just now getting
that
going. Yeah,
would be even. Him pulling up at everybody's house is crazy.
that is super crazy. He's violating. That's super wild.
Are you kidding? Forget, yo, shout out to Mello. Jersey's Up is fire. But, yo, who house I've been to is wild. Oh, that is wild. Are you kidding me? This man was at your spot. Yo, words are one thing. I pulled up.
Ooh.
I walked around your living room. I pulled the fuck your couch, nigga. Like,
I ride up. So it's showtime.
He had his boy doing the nene and shit. What are y'all? Yo, I don't know.
He eating the kids' snacks. He eating the kids' snacks and everything, dog. He's eating the Lunchables, the high seas.
The only reason why you in the league is because you attack more people, bro. If Swerve just was shooting out shots and had all these rivalries, that would look.
Swerve would have been. Hey, if Prince Nana would have been in the kitchen making a meal, doing the dance, dog. You're like, yo,
bro. Can you imagine when it get to like his 5th rivalry that somebody is going to have to say, yo, you better not pull up to my house.
Somebody gonna have to be at the house, like,
Yo, there's gonna be a scene where you pull up and then somebody gonna be sitting in the chair. Oh, I was waiting for this. Like you gonna have to. This man is pulling up at your crib, eating breakfast.
Dog, yeah, that is some #1 heel shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They both they neck and neck. That's a tie. It's a tie. They both is wild disrespectful. They both wild disrespectful, bro.
You gotta remember, Christian.
The babies is wild.
He had his rivalries and he had Luchasaurus rivalry. So he just had mad freedom to 30 everybody.
All right, Christian Walker's hey, with his disrespect to the dead is like
crazy,
it's a compilation at this point. He really got like 15 minutes,
bro,
with like 4 or 5 different people disrespecting their dead relatives, and like 3 or 4 of them. He got they widow in the crowd, and he's over there trying to talk about like give me your number and shit like that. So like, yeah, he wilding.
He need to pull up to another house because I don't care, bro. Christian pulled the Arsenal. I would never forget that.
Christian got to get -1. If Christian get -1, he is the goated.
Daddy,
it's
whoever be crazy to me. I'm not gonna talk about your dad. Yo, he damn near did that in AEW. That's wow. That is wow. Yo, the reason why I say that, why he in the league for sure, I'm chanting for Swerve. But once again, let's step out of wrestling just a little bit. That's not a real house. That's not really his house. Okay,
it don't matter. I'm invested.
I hear you. No, I'm not. I'm talking about ranking them wise. I'm not taking nothing away from them, but I'm just saying let's step out. That's not really a house. That's the scene. Christian,
don't break kayfabe with the house.
No, Christian.
That's his house.
Christian, it doesn't matter. He said that. All right, you kayfabe or not. He said that to your soul. You can't erase that. Yo, dad.
Hey, he took Nick Wade. I'm sorry, I don't even know Nick Wade's dad's name, but he took your son.
Yo,
he already got him calling him daddy. So damn, yeah, that's some shit. Yeah, Christian got it. Christian got it.
That's the slight points advantage. Other than that, Swerve is right there, bro. I'm right here. Wrestling story wise, that's ridiculous.
He body Ric Flair something nasty, dog. That shit was like watching one of those comedy roast. I was like, yo, leave him alone. Like after like the 3rd haymaker, I was like, will somebody just tell them commercial or some shit, bro? Because he had Ric Flair in there looking dumbstruck, bro.
I'm gonna start doing this on the pod separately. And when they both on the same show, Christian and Swerve, I'm gonna see who won that round. I'm gonna rank them 1-1-0. I'm gonna rank them. Right now, I'm giving it to Swerve though.
They wild. The house was yeah.
I'm starting now. I gotta give it to Swerve. He pulled up. That's crazy. He pulled up. But telling
Back to Dynamite.
God was a lie. Yikes! I'm nasty. Go ahead, my fault. Continue. Yes.
Yeah, the criticism for the show could have been more women matchups and stuff like that. We had Sheeta versus Ruby Soho, and it was what it was. Sheeta gets a W. Wasn't really, you know.
This is one time for AEW. You might want to skip the women talk. That every time you say that, it makes me want to speak about another brand.
There's some good women, and not to say Sheeta or Ruby Soho, but aren't good or whatnot.
I don't want to yell because if you about to ask who's the best or who's the top, I'm sorry.
But right now, the best part of that was Tony Storm coming out at the end and doing
there
her.
you go. Just like MJF is on you, I'm sorry. You need to pay her. You need to pay her. It is what it is. I need you to work. I really.
And you know what's funny is that I hear WWE got eyes on Tony Storm now too. Now that Tony Storm back cooking, now they want her back and everything like that. So
Tony don't happen. Tony, I promise you, that will be the first time I'm gonna say that WWE is gonna steal a whole gimmick from you. Cody don't count because Cody was always Cody. But no, they're going to what Tony. I promise you, WWE sees it. They seize it. They know they will body somebody like they more thinking why we didn't do this before. And I bet you in their eyes they want to use somebody, but no, they want Tony Storm. I'm telling you, AEW this is a OE wrestling mark my words moment. If WWE gets Tony Storm within 2 years, they're going to keep that gimmick. I promise you. I promise.
I should have something very similar.
They're gonna act like Tony Storm never left WWE. They're gonna treat her like this. She's gonna come in with especially with Jade over there. Stop playing. Are you kidding me? Jade is damn near gonna keep her gimmick. Like, y'all think I'm playing? And Tony been there before, but that is money. Y'all are walling. Y'all finally. Respect to all the women. Other than Jade was money. I'm not gonna do that. Other than Jade, Tony Storm is y'all void money. Yo, how do y'all not see that?
Yeah, Tony Storm is money, dog.
Y'all need more watch for the shoes merch. Y'all should be going sick with that. Y'all finally have another saying that's up there. Bro, you know, I hear people saying that. That's how I know it's starting to get traction. People don't even mess with AEW like that, but they're saying watch for the shoot. Come on, bro. What are y'all doing? Pay her. Pay her. You hear me? I'm gonna keep saying it over. Pay her. Tell her she needs to work. Pay her.
You're gonna there's a trend with this Dynamite episode too. It's like Renee Moxley with somebody segment, Renee Moxley segment, Renee Moxley segment. Because right after that matchup, we have another Renee Moxley backstage interview. This time with MJF.
It's Renee Moxley.
And then Samoa Joe pops up, and then this is where he offers his help and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I want a rematch for the title. No ifs, ands, or buts. Think about it, because he's reluctant to do it. Then we talked about it previously, but just to recap for Dynamite. Kazuchika Okada and Orange Cassidy in the main event take on Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli. And I'm 50-50 on this. I don't know. And that's what makes it so good to me. I don't know if this is a work or not. I don't know if he's really hurt. And this is built up for their Wrestle Kingdom, because Wrestle Kingdom is in like January 4th.
My birthday.
So I don't know. You know, Okada already losing. Happy birthday in advance. But Okada losing to Daniel Bryanson at the last Forbidden Door, I believe it was, and everything. But Bryan Danielson getting injured, you knew that eventually they were going to run it back at Wrestle Kingdom. You knew that was a given. Just like Omega and Ospreay going to run it back at Wrestle Kingdom, you know that's going to happen. I felt like that was going to be Okada's matchup. Since he's not going to be in the world title picture, that's already Sonata and Naito. So now you got 3 big matchups for your Wrestle Kingdom.
Happy birthday to me. Naito needs to win. Happy birthday to me. Naito needs to win. Yes, he does.
I'm going with Sonata.
So let's go,
I'm going
Naito.
with Sonata. I remember when Sonata ragdoll Jungle Boy that Forbidden Door matchup. Yeah, man, I was watching with like
Boy.
6 people who never watched
That was
wrestling before, and they, out of everybody they watched, they thought Sonata was like the Japanese Superman, bro. Like the way he did Jungle Boy, he probably had more fans. I was like, wow, Sonata's a person they like responded to like that. Like, really? I think it was when he. I think it's when he did that move, that bully move, where you take the hands and tie him up and everything. I think that's what really made him enduring to a lot of the people that was watching. Like, oh, that's it. Yo, I like him. I like him.
He ain't gonna be bullying Naito. Watch that.
He gonna wrap Naito up in the same move. Watch you get him in that shit. Best believe it.
Oh
yo, but the main event, Bryan Danielson and Claudio, this was a wild ass matchup, and it felt like watching an old school Ring of Honor matchup, bro. And like, yo, they was laying it in. It was a New Japan Ring of Honor style matchup, strong style. Bryan Danielson, at one point in the matchup, and this is where I don't know if it's a work or not. When I was watching it, the first time watching it, I thought it's a shoot. This is real because of how everything went down. Bryan Danielson is giving Kazuchika Okada Walter chops. Like he is chopping him with everything he can, trying to fuck him up.
He's gonna build up. He out for the rest of the year, though.
And then Okada, after like 3 or 4 of them, Okada normally want to watch him too. He's like he's like a softer hitting person than like the other people in New Japan for the most part. He's not really the strong style. Unless he's giving you a receipt, like that time he got kicked in the face and he just like popped up and went berserk on boy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that's what happened in this matchup. Okada went berserk because he's like, look, man, we just supposed to be working. And you see it in those shoot interviews with the workers after they retire and everything, like, oh yeah, that guy works stiff and that guy be taking liberties, you know. And I feel like Bryan Danielson, one of the people who work stiff, you heard about it before with the Young Bucks in their book when they first got in. They worked with Roderick Strong and Bryan Danielson, and they got beat so bad that they ended up crying. Like after the matchup, they're like, "Dog, they beat the shit out of us." Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I felt like Okada in that matchup when I was watching, I'm like, yeah, Bryan Danielson, he taking liberties with Okada right now, you know?
So you think
and Okada
Bryan returns before the year is over?
I think he returns. That's gonna let me know if it's a shoot or not. If he don't make Wrestle Kingdom, then nah, that shit was off script and everything. And that's what I felt like too. I felt like plans got fucked up. I feel like he went a little too hard, and Okada said, "All right, you want to play rough, little nigga?" Yeah, I could have gave him that elbow, just 1, 2, but when he gave him that shit, I was like, "Yo, this motherfucker just gave him like a real elbow straight to his side of his cranium, you know." And he dropped, and I was like, "Oh," the way he dropped, and everything's like, "Yeah, that was real." And then the match proceeded to just break from there. It turned into a shoot, it felt like. And Claudio being the toughest dude in there.
Facts. Makes sense, for real.
Just really just show like, all right, y'all want to take liberties with my partner? And you know, he got wild respect for Bryan Danielson. Everybody do, but him working with him all those years in WWE too, and Ring of Honor before that, he's like, oh, you want to beat up my boy?
Oh, you wild.
He proceeded to beat the hell out of both of them the rest of the match. They turned into they turned into enhancement talent after that point. He straight squashed both of them. Like, I don't care who you are in New Japan. I don't care you the international champion.
You ain't this.
Y'all dead to me right now. He straight beat the hell. Yo, it was like one of those videos you see on YouTube where like one dude's beating up like 2 people. He's getting jumped, but he's beating up both of them and shit. Like, that's and when I seen how it ended too, how he just finished, I was just like, oh, word? Like, I thought you were gonna be the pin guy. I thought you're the guy taking the fall.
Yeah, that's fire.
And he just laid out both of them, bro. I was like, all right. And what made me really think everything was like real, it was random ass people who had nothing to do with the storyline or the rivalries, all coming out to break people apart and everything. And the whole time he getting checked on Okada, who don't speak any English, mind you. You know what I'm saying? He's from Japan. And see, that's what happened. There was a language, there was a translation miscommunication error that occurred where he was trying to tell Bryan Danielson probably during the first chop, like, take it easy. But there wasn't a translator. So he's speaking in Japanese, like, yo, son, Bryan son.
Hello.
Take it easy, Bryan son. And he's just like, ah. He said, all right, fuck it, King is
guys, relax. RELAX.
Yo, when Bryan Danielson was chopping he was chopping Okada so hard, Okada had the anime flashback, you know, like before they like hit you with that strong ass attack, they have that flashback because they're getting fucked up by the other person. He was getting chopped so hard, he was having flashbacks. Then he's like, oh yeah, that move. Talk to me. God, just and he gave him the Von Erich Texas Tornado spinning elbow to the side. Rest in peace to Kerry, bro. He gave him the fucking Texas Tornado elbow straight.
Get better, Bryan Danielson. This is crazy, yo.
Yo, shit got real. That's how that episode was lit. That was one of my favorite Dynamites ever, bro. Shit got real, bro. Change your plans. Claudio said, change your plans. I was gonna let y'all beat me, but since y'all want to beat up my partner, now I gotta fuck everybody up.
Everybody.
Y'all thought y'all could really beat me in a match?
Out of here.
Y'all's only winning because this shit's scripted, nigga. But since y'all want to go off script, I'm gonna show y'all what it is, nigga. Like, he tossed that nigga in the air.
Yo, anything on Collision.
Yo, real quick before we get to Collision, Rampage, real quick, man. Santana Ortiz, no entrance, but the one thing I will say, this could get away with it because the intensity when the show first started with them faced off and everything was I'll excuse it this time, even though I do feel like, man, these dudes should be on a bigger show, should be getting entrances and all that shit. But for what it was, it did add a little to the intensity of it and everything. You know, it started slow, but once it picked up, bro, their chemistry, obviously being a tag team, you could see it in their matchup. And their chemistry is so good in this matchup that you know they clearly squashed this shit and now they just working together. You know what I'm saying? They got a story building from it. Ortiz just refusing to stay down, taking wild punishment, but still continuing to fight. He eventually loses, but there was a sick ass spot in this where Santana suplexes Ortiz from the apron to the outside into like a stack of chairs. It was nasty. The one thing I didn't like about the matchup is the post-match. You know, you gotta have to have a post-match something for every single matchup damn near on AEW. And for this one, it was Sanjay Dutch coming out to like talk to Ortiz after he lost the matchup, you know, and then Ortiz leaves with them. I'm like, man, we don't need Ortiz with Sanjay and Jeff Jarrett and all them. Like, I like what Ortiz is doing right now with Santana. Let them both just be single guys and doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Throwing him in a faction like that is not really going to help him, especially that faction.
I want to say this. Maybe this is my downside of AEW. It's with that rivalry. You said on the stage, I ain't gonna lie, the whole thing could have been better. Build up for it could have been better. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, this was two people that was teammates for a while. Like, this is a team, I'm not gonna lie, it's one of those that made you feel like, yo, y'all really never gonna break up, huh?
But they've had some good build up to this matchup. That's what surprised was going to a Rampage. It got put to a Rampage when it got announced. It's like they just had like 3 good weeks of like
I gave y'all
little, you know.
Kenny Omega and MJF because I understand we're gonna talk about that, but this one y'all could have stretched this out to a paper. I really feel like this one deserves more than what it got. Look how I almost forgot. A lot of people didn't even see that. I remember seeing highlights. I'm not even gonna lie because I forgot. Why is it on Rampage?
I do critique.
Respectfully, Rampage is your. If you had to rank all of them, Rampage is the lowest ranking one right now.
Rampage is your NXT. It's your C
It
show.
literally goes Dynamite, Collision, and then Rampage. Why?
Facts.
Sorry, I gotta say that because this is one of those ones like, yo, y'all, how I talk about with stories. I would add this one.
You could have put this on a pay-per-view, bruh. You could have put this on Full Gear, bruh.
That's my complaint because, like I said, people are complaining about the Kenny MJF. We're gonna talk about it. There's a reason why. I'm fine with it. Makes sense. But this is a big story that was on a Rampage. Not even I would have been mad the same if it was on Dynamite Collision. But it's like, damn, it's on Rampage of all of them. Like, just let's start from there before we get to it should be on a pay-per-view. 100%. This is my complaint. Why is it this should be like one of them? This could be a great opener for a pay-per-view.
If it's on Rampage, at least be the main event, bruh. It's the opening matchup.
That's crazy. And
the main event is Kyle Fletcher versus Konosuke Takeshita over that. Seriously? After all that build up to a matchup that's kind of just been like randomly put together the past 2 weeks since Mark Davis got injured. And so now Kyle Fletcher's been just having random matchups with everybody from Omega to Bryan Danielson to Takeshita, you know, and just taking L's to everybody but get some singles experience.
Let's really talk about it. You're nasty because you put them in a situation kind of what started their whole heated like rivalry in real life with each other. How y'all booking them? Like you put me on the opening match.
That's that's how grab a collar.
Like you're
grab
not
a collar, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That
grab a collar.
That's what you broke up our friendship over this exact shit, my dog, and now you're doing the same exact shit. I didn't even realize that. That was a great, great observation.
I'm somebody. I'm not mad. Believe it or not, I'm not mad they was going to break up because in my head I'm like, oh, this is a fire story for y'all. You have a legit team. We know, like a lot of people. You have AEW fans. They know the history of them. That's
and
the
it's real.
That's the beauty of AEW. Sometimes you could get away. Y'all don't have to. Y'all missing that. Y'all don't have to highlight certain stories as much because you're guaranteed your fans know the history. That's the difference between WWE fans. They have to teach us who the wrestlers are. You low key don't.
But the great point you made about that made me realize something else. I was about to try to transition off, but there's something else I just realized with that too. Man, these are the two people that actually, out of everybody who's had backstage shenanigans and all that stuff, you really did see a lot of their stuff get thrown to the dirt sheets like that. And when they did have their problems and everything, they actually were man enough to work their shit out and do a program. Who else who got real beef is doing the program? We never got it, the fans lost because of that. We never did get to see the Puck and the Elite. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get to see Jack Perry and Puck or anybody who got a Jamie Hayter and Thunder Rosa. So like we never really get to see these beefs. And they're the two that actually did things the right way. And they still get an opening matchup.
To see how they're passionate in their promo. I'm like, bro, y'all really gonna put, bro, to see Ortiz, like I'm a fan of Ortiz, and it's really because I do like how he animates, but to see him that serious, because he's somebody also, I'm like, yo, he's the one that's like reckless. How I look like Homicide. Homicide, the smaller one, but he's the one that would do whatever it takes to. I mean, he the madman.
The wild card, yeah.
Yeah. So to see Ortiz like you know he could be the madman, but he played the anime role. To see him go that serious and pat, it's like, bro, how are you not? Yo, they should have had more than one pro. I should have seen like 2 to 3 different promos for them.
Nah, they've had a few. They had a few
in ring too. Did I miss that?
They had about They all right. So they had one where Santana and they walk off when he waits for him at the ramp.
Yeah, I do.
Then after that, they have one backstage where Ortiz is cutting a promo, or they have two where they both cut a promo back and forth, no one interferes. So that's like three. And then they have a fourth one where Ortiz is cutting a promo, and then he walks up on him, and then they finally talk and have their thing. So I was just like, bruh. Yeah, so I was like, yo, they got a great story. And then I was like, oh, it's on Rampage? All right, this got to be the main event. I'm tuning into Rampage. And then I see it's on the opening matchup. I was like, it was a good ass matchup, the best matchup of the night. So I'm just like,
and you know, I don't like discussing thinking stuff outside of wrestling, but that was one of the stories that the outside story works for the in ring. Y'all was supposed that was a pay-per-view. If it was gonna open anything like I just said, it should have opened the pay-per-view. That would have been fire. That would have been fire. You would have had a story, good package, good match. That is how you open a great pay-per-view.
Here's why you're missing it, because a lot of the stuff be regulated to the Rampage. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the least watched show. So a lot of people, you're like, man, what the. And it's just like, man, like, are they only on Rampage or something? Are they exclusive to Rampage?
You so drama-ish, like not here to throw dirt on you, but it's proven and put in that you love drama. How do you not use that story, bruh? You didn't even have to do much. You didn't have to do nasty work with it. Both of them would have. Oh my god! Like
I will say this though,
willing to work together. Do you know how many people is beefing outside that are not in AEW too? Because WWE seemed like that could work over there. But in AEW, if you're beefing outside of work, oh no, we can't work together. I don't trust you. That's it.
On the flip side, I will say that they have been the highlight of Rampage for like the past 3 weeks now. So at least they're like, there's the star of the C show, I guess. You know, at least they got that. They should have been the main event, though. They should have definitely been the main event. It should have been a pay-per-view. It really should have been a pay-per-view.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my god, bro. Regardless how you look at it, low key, I'm still worried about Ortiz and shit. That's why they probably, I ain't gonna lie, how you broke them up is probably how you brought them together. They're seeing, oh, it wasn't us being teams. Separated, we're doing the same shit.
Yo, Tony Khan, after last week, how day and night the week of was, I'm for sure that you've seen our show. And with that being said, bro, like, more women matchups, but on Rampage, I guess Rampage only being an hour show, one woman matchup is straight. And if you are going to do one woman matchup, do it like you do this one. 4 women. Give me 4 women. A tag team matchup, a fatal 4-way. We had Sky Blue versus Willow Nightingale versus Anna Jay versus Abaddon.